What's up guys, Emargy's back in the game, so welcome to a new episode of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. So after we impaled a pig with a harpoon, yeah, you heard right, in case you did not watch the last episode, please do so, because that was fun. Yeah, now we know that, so I think he wouldn't be able to do this because it requires a lot of strength and luck to be able to do that. So no, this little kid wouldn't be able to.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong. What am I...
Okay, I can't talk to him. I was so sure that I have to do this right now. Okay. Maybe I have to check there again. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is there something to... Oh, examine garden, okay. That's not really helpful. Textures aren't finished loading yet. I like that. That's the old PS3 charm, actually. Was Peter a smoker?
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Peter's private papers. I just remember that Sherlock Holmes said he wants to check in his private archive. Then I think we have to go back to Baker Street and check those as well.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Okay, that's the...
Thank you, madam.
That's what they stole. Okay, let's head to Baker Street. Okay, so his private archive. That's that. Search for Dawson. Yes. What? Rings engraving. A heavy gold ring with the inscription from R. Dawson to my friend in Port 1883. So newspapers. First electric railway opens. Bankruptcy. Fenian condemned for murder. Dawson and Nelligan are bankrupt. That's interesting. Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund bankrupt. Nelligan missing. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of company is a pure catastrophe, for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, I think yacht or something, preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted both by the police and his creditors.
Here it is.
Holy shit.
Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Well, let's ask him. Okay, let's ask him about the bankruptcy. What's up, man? Dawson and Nelligan.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Nelligan, okay.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall. whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
I think so. Examine the ship's logs. Don't we have them with us? I thought we... Those are the ship's logs. Why can't I... Hey, another one was sitting there last time. Someone with black hair, I think. Is there something new for investigation here for our deduction? Nope. Okay. Ship's log might put some light on connection between Carey and Nelligan's father. Yeah, but how can I examine them? I have no idea. Well, let's head back to Baker Street. So, Watson, what's up?
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Yeah, well, but I don't think it was him.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Like I said before, this makes perfectly sense. Oh no, that's not my room. That's Watson's room. Okay. Well, maybe he did not take the ship's logs with him. Then that would mean we have to go there. Okay, then let's have a look in there again. Why does it show me this all the time when I'm right at this spot? Something has to be here. But I don't really know what it wants to show me. I have really no idea. What is this sound? Holy shit. Okay, I don't know. I really don't know. So, the logs.
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Peter Carey. There he is.
This is the log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away.
That's interesting.
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Well, since he's not talking with us, I think it would be easier to find someone who was on board. Wiggins might help to find the crew of the Sea Unicorn. He should be somewhere at Baker Street. Okay. Well, then let's head back to Baker Street, I think.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Well, that's easy. Oh, she's still standing there. Don't you have anything better to do? Find the crew of the Sea Unicorn. I thought I can look at the window. Through the window. What? How can I... Ah, window. Call Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Okay, let's head to the station as soon as possible. So, what's up?
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
He's so fucking arrogant, but yeah, well, that's him. That's just simply him. Hurtley's belongings. Oh, the boots. No, that's not the right boots.
These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
Okay, the other boots were size 8, if I remember correctly.
A pen.
Pen.
Nothing unusual about it.
Well, I have to think about Hans Schillmann, to be honest.
The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Okay, then let's head back to Baker Street. I think. Interrogate new suspect at Scotland Yard. Okay. So we can talk to him. Can we? Oh, wow. Hey, the office is open. That's cool. I can't even read this because of the bad quality. Shapes of noses.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
No, not yet, but I'm on it. It won't take long from now until we have the murderer. I'm pretty sure of that. There's nobody here. Ah, there's Liam Hurtley. Well, okay, I would say that we will talk to him in the next episode. I will end this episode right here. I really hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button down below. Leave me a comment and then I will see you again in the next episode of Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment.